Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope that you're doing well. It is time for the top 10 clones for this coming winter. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, whatever, bro. It's cold here. Hope it's nice where you are.
I'm baking like a toasted cheese here. It's so hot here.
All of these are gonna be linked in the description below. They smell freaking fantastic. But before we get to them, something random. This right here. I got this the other day and I'm wearing it today. Harry's Moonrise Amber Musk. I got this crap from Target. Maybe it's not the best way to say it. I got this fragrance from Target. It's actually low-key kind of good. It's like a nice iris, a little bit powdery, slightly creamy. So just throwing this out there, if any of you guys find yourselves in Target or something like that and you see these, go ahead and give them a smell. It's actually pretty good, like legitimately really nice. But we're not talking Harry's, we're talking clones. So let us begin. In clones, we will talk about. First, a couple honorable mentions that are not in the top 10. First, this one right here, Cod Al Fursan Untamed. Obviously from Latafa, this one really cheap, like 25 bucks or so from discounters. And it smells similar to Eros Najim. Now, Eros Najim, that one I really like as it dries down, but the opening to me is not bad, but it's just not really attention grabbing. So every time I smell Eros Najim, it's like I'm waiting for the dry down because the dry down smells great. But then the opening is bleh. This one has an opening that I think would be a little more appealing to people, just slightly more attention grabbing and quite similar to Eros Najim on the cheap. So that one, honorable mention. And then this one also, Al Nur by Arabiat Prestige. Every time I bust these out, gotta do a spray because check it, atomizer is sick. Woo, strong. Let's test that atomizer out. 5 full sprays. Can you see the cloud? Let's go. It's in my eyes. Fantastic. Woo! I taste it too. Oh God. That sounded weird actually. Back to normal. This bro right here is a clone of Gris Charnel, the Extrait, a little bit more so, mixed with a little bit of Ebony Fumé from Tom Ford. So it's one of those fragrances that gives you sort of a blended experience, giving you a bit of this, a bit of that to make it something its own. Though between those two fragrances, it does lean more towards the BDK, the Gris Charnel. And from this line, Marwa is the one that gets talked about the most. Of course, that one smells similar to Imagination by Louis Vuitton, and that one's really well done also. But if we're talking wintertime, this stuff right here, killer. I'm actually kind of thinking that I should have put this in the top 10, but it's too late for that. It goes to the honorable mention pile right there. Now, let us dive in to the top 10 officially. Starting off with a newer one, at least newer to me, Rue Braca Hooked Intensely. And you can tell by the color scheme and the name pretty much right away what that is. So let me grab it. Ah, of course, Stronger With You. Intensely. Haha, go figure. You mean to tell me the fragrance named Intensely with the same shape of bottle cap is this? What? But they do put a little bow on it, so I mean, that's pretty different. You know, I could see why somebody would get confused. I sprayed my hand. It was... You would think after how many, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands of sprays that I've done, that I would be able to aim, but sometimes my aim is off. So yeah, Hooked Intensely. This right here is an alternative to Stronger With You Intensely. Everybody knows that this one smells fantastic for winter, very easy to use, big compliment puller, great performance, all that stuff. It's not the exact same. To me, Hooked Intensely opens up a little bit fruitier off the top, but as it dries down, it definitely has that Stronger With You Intensely DNA right there in the forefront. So you're gonna be able to use it the same times, the same places, and it is quite cheap. Really, most everything Rue Braca is very inexpensive, so yeah. Hooked Intensely, number 10. Also gonna be doing a giveaway in today's video. It's like green is the theme, I guess, since I'm kind of green right here. Each one of the fragrances I'm giving away also is green, so you'll see what I'm talking about when I show those as part of the giveaway. Number 9, Atralia's Elixir. This is one that I bought from JOMASHOP, also really cheap, about 25 bucks or so. And also with the bangin' atomizer, let's go, yes. That one has more of a more of like a larger funnel distribution style to it, but a great pressurized atomizer nonetheless. I just realized I didn't spray the tester strip, I just sprayed it into the air. As you may be able to guess by the name, this one is Le Male Elixir. Yes, they really went out of their way with the naming convention on this one. Australia Elixir, yeah, it works. And I brought this up the first time I talked about this fragrance, but initially when I bought this, I was thinking it's probably gonna be something Xerjoff just because of all the X's on there. But no, it's not. This stuff to me is low-key fantastic. There are a billion Le Male Elixir clones at this point. Most of them are actually really good. So I should point out, if you already have a Le Male Elixir clone, you don't need to get this one, okay? There's too much overlap. You don't need like 15 different Le Male Elixir alternatives. But this one is absolutely one of the best. It smells great, the longevity is there, the projection is there, and it has this nice additional like touch of fruity sweetness to it. And to me, that helps give a little bit of a counterpoint to all the honey in there. Because Le Male Elixir, we all know, big blast of honey, really decadent, very sweet. This one, obviously very sweet as well, but that additional like top end sweetness that you get from that little bit of fruit, it helps balance it out in a more appealing way. My brain turned off, you know. Happens. 1098, this one is Zamaya's Inicus Luna. Let's just go ahead and dump these tester strips out. Nice. Always gotta have a handy supply. So this one right here is Reserve Privé. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Atomizer, it's good, but not pressurized good. Super classy, sexy, sweet, a little bit creamy, has that touch of booziness in there, just like in Reserve Privé. Tiny hint of extra citrus off the top with this one, but it's gonna be locked in to be used pretty much the exact same times and places that you would wear Reserve Privé. Really affordable, the name, the bottle, nothing really gives away what this is, but like I said, Reserve Privé right here, if you want a classy iris clone fragrance in a designer style, one of the best. Before we head to the next one, which is a classic at this point as far as clone fragrances are concerned, coats. Yes, coats. Have a whole bunch of them, as you can see here, and if you're looking for clone fragrances, I have codes that can save you even more off of those clone purchases. At Gift Express, JOMASHOP, Fragflex, and more. Perfume Box also. Can't forget them. So anytime you shop at any of these stores, use those codes, save yourself some money. The next fragrance, Liquid Brune. Now you could say, Liquid Brune, a little bit played out. You know, everybody knows Liquid Brune. Everybody seems to own Liquid Brune at this point, but this stuff still works. It's got that Parfums de Marly Altair DNA locked in, a little bit gourmandy, very sweet, cozy, inviting, magnetic, all of the above. Big compliment puller, extremely easy to wear. We're talking middle of winter. This stuff is awesome. Great holiday fragrance as well, you know, kind of like end of November through the new year. Just absolutely great stuff. You know, Camra is to Lattafa as Liquid Brune is to French Avenue / Fragrance World, same thing. So gonna put that right there. Number 6, this one right here. This is another Zamaya, Sharaf Divine. And this one is actually brand new. So I got this one in very recently, and that's really why it's in the top 10. I haven't really been able to wear it too much, so it's like, well, I do wanna wear that. Now, you can tell by looking at this that it is inspired by Kilian, which they go so far as to put it as by Zamaya on the bottle. It's cheeky, as they would say in the UK. And looking at the bottle here, you will probably think, as I've said every time I've brought this fragrance up, that it's a clone of by Kilian's Angel Share on the Rocks, which would make sense because that one has a frosted glass look and this one also frosted glass. It makes sense. But no, it is actually Paradise, Angel Share Paradise. And while yes, it is definitely a clone of this one right here, which by the way, this one also very good. It is not the exact same. Sharaf Divine, maybe a little bit more to the warm spice side, not as heavy on the woods. Might come across also ever so slightly fresher than Angel Share Paradise as well. So it is a clone of this, but more so like a little bit of a twist. You guys know how it goes. Still, amazing performance, big compliment puller, perfect for fall and winter time, and really, really, really well done, which goes for pretty much any of the fragrances in this lineup. They're all extremely good and do fly under the radar more than Comrade, stuff like that. Number 5, Rayhan's Lion. This is one of the best fragrances that Rayhan has done, and in essence, what it smells like is Ultramall from Jean Paul Gaultier, only taking that and really ramping it up. Or maybe more so, the correct way to think of it would be taking something like 9 p.m. by Afnan and really ramping that up, because this is trying to be essentially the strongest of the Ultramall alternatives. You know, big time performance, big time projection, just really trying to grab attention. That's what this is. And it's a different vibe than most everything else up here. Because Ultramall, of course, has nice freshness off the top. You've got that kind of mint lavender pear vibe going on. So it has a mix of fresh and sweet instead of coming across more warm, dense, syrupy, overly spicy. It doesn't really lean that direction. So it gives you a different feel, a different flair, something good for daytime or evening. Great usability and also very cheap. Number 4, just outside the top 3, is this one, Checkmate King by Armaf. Smells like Scandal Absolute by Jean Paul Gaultier, and Scandal Absolute is also right up towards the top of my designer list for this winter, so of course this has to be up there as well. Does a great job of getting you a very similar scent profile to Scandal Absolute for less. It's almost fell off the table. Craig the table, how dare you? It's got that Mirabelle plum, chestnut, almost caramel toffee vibe to it. Big time compliment puller, great performance as you would expect. Maybe not quite as big of a release as it should have been, I feel like, because this stuff absolutely rips. Odyssey Mandarin Sky, I feel like, has gotten more love than this one, and it could be, this one is harder to find, sometimes more expensive, stuff like that, which is totally fair. But this is just as good as Mandarin Sky, if not better. Up next, one from Maison Asrar in the top 3. This is Faris Al Arab. Al Arab. This one smells similar to Clive Christian's Blonde Amber. Really, really, really good stuff. They also have another fragrance in pretty much the same presentation style, which is an alternative to Xerjov's Naxos. That one is called Muharrab, and that one is also absolutely killer, so check that out too. This one's gonna give you a nice sweetness, kind of like a dried, fruity sweetness, some woods in there as it dries down. Tonka, amber, cashmere, just really high-end, classy smelling, extremely versatile. And it goes without saying that the Clive Christian is expensive. Yeah. Like nothing that Clive Christian does is affordable. And right now, if you want a fragrance that's going to give you something extremely similar to that at a much lower price point with great performance, all that stuff, this is the one that I would personally go for. Top-notch stuff, extremely well done. Let's do the giveaway and then the top 2. Now I told you the theme is green, so I got right here, the Envy of FOMO, which if you're unaware of what this is, it is a clone of Gucci Envy. Yes. Hence the name. And then this right here, which is actually just a slipcover, which I will get rid of, but it's green, so I left it on. I'm not actually sure why they ship these with the green slipcover. I'm not even sure. But this is French Avenue's Hayden, part of their Equestrian series, which is a clone of Halton, Parfums Marley's Halton. So you get yourself some Envy, you get yourself some PDM right here. Like I said, it matches up, the color scheme, it's all just like nice. And both of these are great during fall and winter both, so you should be able to use these pretty much right away. Again, assuming you're in the Northern Hemisphere and you're the winner. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway for these, the usual stuff, like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. The comment is your entry. Let me know what you're going for this winter. What fragrance? It can be whatever. Niche, indie, designer, clone, doesn't matter. I will pick a winner with random comment picker, post it up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. If you're the winner, hit me up. I will ship these out to you. Good luck. And man, it is expensive to ship overseas. I'm not complaining, it's just every time I'm like, doop, 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 $95. Ugh. Can I interest you in a gift card? Perhaps you would rather have that. We are at number 2. It is this right here. Haramain's Detour Noir Exclusive. This stuff is easy to find. Now, Mirage Absolute by French Avenue, I like that fragrance a bunch. And it's cloning the same thing as this. But unfortunately, that stuff has been kind of hard to find. If you do see Mirage Absolute and you're looking for a latent exclusive clone, absolutely scoop this stuff up, assuming the price is okay. Like, I'm not saying go spend $80 on it, that's ridiculous. But if a discounter has it in stock, scoop it up. The problem is discounters really haven't had them in stock with any kind of frequency here over the past like 2 or 3 months. So I don't know what the deal is, but Mirage Absolute, I think that stuff rips. That being said, This one you can still find, and the price is not stupid, and it is absolutely on par. You know, it's right there, it's close to Mirage Absolute. It's also a Layton exclusive clone, but it kind of falls in between Layton and Layton exclusive. Like, it's not as dark as Layton exclusive is, but it's gonna give you a little different feel, a little higher end compared to the original Detour Noir. This one's a little bit better. As you probably saw there, it has a pressurized atomizer, which works really well, which is kind of weird actually, because I bought this one and then the other two that came out at the same time. Let me grab them. It's kind of random. Detour Noir Intense and then Detour Eco. So they just dropped the Noir with this one and Eco. So this is obviously Halton, right? You know, color scheme and everything. Now check the atomizer on this one. Good. Check the atomizer on this one.
Bruh.
So weird. They came out with these all at the same time, and this one just gets a turd atomizer, a turdomizer. And then these two over here, I just wanted to show you that. Because hopefully somebody doesn't buy this and they've changed this atomizer from the good one to that terrible one. So I wanna let you know, I don't know what's going on with these atomizers, but mine is good. Sub 30 bucks, this stuff right here, really, really top notch as far as Layton and Layton exclusive alternatives. Another really good one, Woods Collection Dusk. That stuff is top notch. Number 1, Veneno Black. This is a clone of By Killian Smoke and Hot, which I absolutely adore. Also, Lattafa has one called Mashrabia, which is also a clone of that fragrance. The opening is awesome. It is one of my favorite things to smell. It has an apple shisha note in there, which is addictive. Like, you will keep coming back to it, which I guess is kind of realistic, right? There's like an addictive kind of tobacco thing going on there. I see. It's sweet, it's attention grabbing, a little bit syrupy, fizzy, sugary almost. This stuff is electric. Fall and winter time, absolutely stunning. Great during the day, even better during the night. One of my favorite smelling French Avenue fragrances, period. And that is number 1 for me this year. 1 left over. So there we go, guys. That is the lineup. That is the giveaway. Good luck with that. I want to thank you for hanging with me here until the end. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.